If you want to avoid being seen as a Me Too person in your industry or avoid copying your mentors or idols and people that you look up to, I have 4 tips that are going to help you with that today from navigating that myself. So just keep watching this video. Hey guys, what's up? Jeremy back again with another video to help you to live the dream and make a profitable living doing what you love. Welcome back, and in today's video, this is near and dear to my heart because I've dealt with this personally, I've seen others do it, and I've navigated my way through it. So I want to help you because if you're watching this video, chances are that maybe you are surrounding yourself with a bunch of people that are leading you to better waters, but you don't want to be copying them. A couple trends that we see this very often: if there's a leader in your industry, then most people are going to be following that person. On YouTube, it's very common for people to follow or to emulate people like Casey Neistat in his editing style and how he goes about the whole thing because he's a leader, so people will naturally follow. Maybe you are in a certain industry and there's a guru or somebody who has really made it far and everyone wants to be like them, or they set the pace and so everybody else has to follow them. So in those situations, what do you do? How do you handle that? How do you avoid being seen as a copycat? Well, I think the first thing that we can all accept is that you don't want to be seen as a copycat. You want to be seen as original, as the best version of the first version of you. And you want to be the person that's setting that tone that others come and that others follow. So if those are the things that you're accepting, then let's get into those tips now. The first thing that you're probably doing right now is you're probably spending a lot of time with that other person, whether it is in person or watching them or listening and consuming their content digitally. So the first thing I need for you to do is to stop consuming that 1 or 2 people that are those leaders in your industry or that you don't want to be seen as copying. I mean, you might be watching this and you're a music artist and you listen to a lot of Drake, and so your stuff is going to sound naturally a bit more Drakey. So stop listening to that one person. And apply that to your situation. Stop listening to that person. Stop consuming their stuff, or at least tone that down drastically. Something else that you can do is maybe instead of listening to them, you can read their stuff. If you're in an industry where maybe they have a book, that person has a book, you can read them and you can still get a feel for that knowledge and still be learning and still be immersing your mind in that helpful content. Hopefully it is. But you do have to turn down the consumption of them. My mom always said this quote over and over and over, and it was monkey see, monkey do. And as I get older and older, the more I realize that to be completely true. You zoom out far enough and you look at humanity, we basically emulate the people that we're around. We stick in small tribe groups and we all start to act identical. And I think this is built into us as a mechanism for survival, but it's also, for other people, something they leverage more than others. If you're familiar with human design, I really want to get my friend Steven back on this show so that we can talk about that because he's an expert in it. But I'm a reflector. And so that means that that's how I make people feel more comfortable. That's how I advance, is by, understanding who the leaders are, the power makers around me. And I start to make those similar decisions and I start to do those things. So it's like it's a natural thing for me. And for a lot of you watching, I know you can relate. You got to, start by at least toning down the amount of time you're spending with that individual, whether it's in person or digitally. So tip number 1, minimize that time. Stop consuming just that one person. Now we're going to actually get into some of the tips that have really helped me to navigate and to find my own voice and to keep on finding that. I don't think I've arrived in any way like that. I will know that is the case when people are following me and doing things on a wide scale that Jeremy is doing. And I want for that to be you as well. And one of the things that you can do to start to diversify and to find more of yourself and to craft more of your voice is I want for you to watch multiple industries. So we used the rap scenario earlier. If you're an artist, well, listen to country music if you're a rapper. If you listen to a lot of Drake, listen to just something else, right? Listen to some Garth Brooks, listen to some old school stuff, whatever the case. You got to switch it up and try different things out. But if you're that rapper, and you can replace this out there, you could be a hairstylist, you could be an entrepreneur, you could be a fitness motivator, whatever the case, switch up the industries that you're watching. So if I'm an entrepreneur, maybe I watch some ESPN and I start to take cues from everything they're doing, from the production to how the anchors talk and transitions and how they go to commercial, instead of watching my industry the whole time. Or if I am a hairstylist, maybe instead I go and look at clothing style instead of hairstyle. I stop watching all the hair bloggers or the makeup bloggers and I go and watch some fashion bloggers, or I go and watch some fitness people. And if you're fitness, go and watch some hairstyle, go and watch some rap stuff. Find other industries to take and pull examples and to borrow and lend from. That way you can throw them in and continue crafting your own style. Third, and this is for a lot of you, you'll know who you are when you're watching this. You got to stop consuming so dang much. You really got to turn that down and tone that down, because that consumption is killing your energy. It's making you like somebody that you're not. And if this is the case and you're watching this video, you got to go through some extreme measures. I want you to just completely take a break from consuming it all. Take a break, go outside, go walk, go get some sunshine, go get some food, walk the dog, call your grandma. Switch it up a little bit, stop immersing yourself just there, and I think that will go a long way for you. Lastly, and this is a bit more advanced, but if you're watching this, chances are you are a creator, meaning you're, if you're the rapper scenario, you're making music or you're wanting to. If you're the hairstylist, then you're, creating happy clients. If you're an entrepreneur, you're creating businesses, maybe you're creating content as well. Whatever the case, I want for you to look at how much you're consuming, and I want you to also look at how much you're creating, and I want you to balance them out. And I want for you to be aiming to create more than you are consuming. And when you get to that level, you start just naturally, I batch a couple of these videos out every day. I do these. Every time I get closer and closer to finding my voice. I take a deep breath and I think through sometimes, what content have I been watching, so I can keep an ear and eye out for myself to see who I might be emulating or who I'm not intending to copy or download, but it's just the fact that I become who I'm around. And it's the fact for you as well. So we can just learn to navigate through it, and we can continue aiming at finding that best version of ourselves, to find our voice and to really put our best message out, to put our best self forward. All right. So that's what all of these tips are really for, in aiming you to help you do that. I really do hope this video has helped you. If this is the first time that you're finding me, it's really nice to meet you. My name's Jeremy. And to give you some more context, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a motivational speaker, and I make videos every single day because I want to help you to go through some of the steps that I have navigated or that I'm currently learning and navigating through, all in which are in efforts for you to live your dream, to do that thing that you were actually meant to do, and to make money in the process of doing it. So if you liked this video, I have some other videos for you on time management, high performance, and even entrepreneurship, starting and growing a business, personal branding, and some of those things that go along with it. So be sure to subscribe and follow, and like or heart this video wherever you are watching this. If you are watching this and you're on my email list, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I release a lot of my stuff for free here on social media, but I have some exclusive stuff I only send to my email list. And to get those things like resources, giveaways, exclusive tips and insights, head to whatupjeremy.com/subscribe. This is really where my core community, all my homies really hang out, and I want for you to be one of them. If you like this, then leave a comment below, because I want to know if you are emulating someone, which one of these tips resonated most with you, or what have you found to navigate through it. I like for my comments to be a resource for people who are watching this, as I publish it live, but also for people who come, later in the future to have more tips, resources, and other people to fall back on just like you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll be back tomorrow with another one. Tomorrow's an episode of At What Up Jeremy. It's my Q&A show. So if you have a question, I'd love to answer it. I do that once a week, or I expound upon a question, or I present a question to you. So I'd love to see you guys for that tomorrow. That being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow over there. Cheers.